What's going on, Legionnaires? Welcome to another episode of the Legion of Comic Correction, where we talk all things comic books. Woo! We are back and on track for episodes. We're going to have some episodes coming out on a regular basis from this point on, hopefully. I mean, obviously, we never know. Things happen. But we're going to try, and we're back into it with a correction.
More consistent.
We're trying, guys. I mean,
Consistency.
Yeah, we're giving effort. Are you giving effort? Are you subscribing down there?
Consistent K.
Consistent K?
Yeah.
Is it like Special K, but for podcasts?
Yes.
Yep.
Eat it.
Agreed.
Yeah. Well, if you're new here and you are not subscribed, hit that subscription button, the bell right there. I don't know. I sound really old saying subscription button, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Subscription button.
Hey, Sonny, if you like what we got here, why don't you hit that subscription button?
Go ahead and ring that bell, Quasimodo, and we will get going.
Also, don't forget my Metamucil for later today.
Listen, got to have a clean number 2.
Before we move on, we're not going to acknowledge the elephant in the room? Actual elephant?
Don't talk about Harry like that.
I have a name.
Excuse me.
That's Harry.
Excuse me. He's honored to be referred to as the strongest mammal on land.
He's an ox, the Ox King.
Well, of course he's the Ox King, but I mean, come on.
Wait. I mean, look at his setup.
Look at this stuff. Look at this space.
Yo,
look at this
sharp,
space.
Man. I'm gonna maybe I'll put
Sarah
some special effects
McLachlan really
in there.
came through
Sarah
for
McLachlan
you, man.
pulled some weight.
After last episode, when everybody got to see how the tears,
little table.
the tears coming down his face.
Yeah, we felt really bad about Harry not having like a table that was built for.
Harry's legitimately been shoved in a corner since day one of him being on this podcast.
It's kind of the story of my life. Like, like every time they're like,
go in this space.
we got a small area we need
quiet.
to work in. Let's shove Harry in it.
Not every time.
What's the largest person we have?
Not every time. Look at that desk.
Now it is.
It's true.
Look at that
Now,
desk.
Now I got some room.
now
I
you're
can breathe finally.
Carbon fiber?
Carbon fiber, I call
Carbon
it.
fiber. Carbon fiber.
Listen, we need to give thanks where thanks is due, though. So thank
Carbon
you.
fiber.
Yes.
Thank you, Patreon
All
members.
Patreon and
because
Sarah
really,
McLachlan.
we
Yes.
couldn't buy this
Yes.
stuff. We couldn't upgrade our
All the
studio. We couldn't make things better for you guys if you didn't support us. So
Greg
thank
and
you
I were
so much
talking.
for that.
Greg and I were just saying, like, since the beginning, we were like, every episode we're gonna get a little bit better,
a little
bit better. And
That
we
was
have.
That was our goal. We never
Look at
really
this. Look at this.
We never really were like we're going to be the best podcast out there. But, but we
We're
said
doing some cool stuff though.
yeah, we said we're going to make it cooler every time. We're going to try
That's right.
and make it better as much as we can.
Incremental
You guys
improvement.
peaked when you brought me in.
So go. Yeah, we definitely got
Been
better.
downhill since.
It's been downhill since. Go back. No, go back and just for like 10
Or don't.
seconds. Just 10 seconds. Watch our first episode and you'll see how far
Not
we've
just
come.
our first episode. You could look at a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
we
you
probably
did
about
that
10
like a
after
couple months
that,
ago.
yeah.
We did a
Yeah.
bunch of really ridiculous things.
We've done lots of cool
Next is a
stuff.
little TLC in here, and that's about it.
Yeah, we want to
getting
fix
there.
up these walls.
We're
We want
getting
to.
there.
We'll make it nice. But if you want to be a part of helping our studio get better and helping our podcast get better,
That's right.
click the links down below. You can help us out in 2 different ways. Well, actually 3. You can like and subscribe. That's the easiest way. It's completely free.
It's free.
Do it. Click it. Click those 2 things. 2
5-finger
clicks.
discount.
Yeah, and if you've been working out your fingers, it's just 2
10
clicks. That's
That's
it.
1-finger discount. Really.
1 finger. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
The second way is you can go to our store, Legion of CC, where you can buy sweet merch like this,
Yep.
sweet merch like that,
Oh,
sweet
this
merch
is
You
like
can't buy this.
Oh, you can't buy
Can't
this.
This
buy
is a
that.
limited
That's
edition.
a limited edition.
But this stuff's pretty
This
new.
stuff is brand new, brand
Spanking
spanking
new.
new.
Spanking.
This
Yeah.
is that dark side
Dark
stuff.
side, sorry, Master Shirt.
Dark
So-
side.
Go get it. So if you buy stuff,
It's free as
We
long as you
get-
pay $50.
we get part of those proceeds to help build the studio out. So go
It's
ahead
good
and buy
stuff.
that stuff.
Yo, I got so many compliments already on this one.
Boom.
This one is one of the best. The
Yep.
the
I'm
Eeyore-
sorry, Master
I'm
Eeyore
sorry,
Anakin.
Master.
Yep.
Yeah, boy.
shout out.
Honestly,
That's
the shirts,
fantastic.
if you just want a comfortable shirt, just buy the shirt.
be
Yeah, they're
comfortable.
super
The t-shirts.
comfy. Yeah, the t-shirts are super
Speaking
comfy.
of which, I got to do a special shout out to my cousin-in-law Nick Robb, who came
Yeah.
down and threw up some walls and a door for us. in
Gracias,
this space.
senor
Thank
Nick.
you, sir.
We love you,
Thank
Nick.
you, sir. This space
Appreciate it. I heard it literally. You
Yeah.
just walked down the stairs and the walls appeared.
That's
saw-
exactly what happened.
listen,
that man is.
Logan sent us,
Craftsmanship.
he sent us progress pictures as he was working. And I'm like,
It was
the
about a
door's
10-minute.
closed
It was
already.
about a
Walls.
10-minute video. That was
Holy
it.
crap.
That man builds walls like nobody's business.
Yep.
He just
Yeah,
threw
matchmaker.
that up there.
Yeah, so you can
It's
do it that way.
amazing.
Or you can click on our Patreon link down below, and
Yep.
you can join one of our 3 tiers.
Maybe you can't build walls, but you could
Yeah.
fund building walls.
That's correct.
And
And
it's
that
fun
money goes to us
building
to
walls.
build our studio into a bigger and better place for you guys. So
That's right.
click
Continue
those
to make
links,
this
like and
amazing.
subscribe. We love you guys.
That's right.
You're the
That's
best.
Right. You know what we don't love?
What don't we love?
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Spoilers. Jeez.
What?
Yeah, what?
We're not in the
Oh,
Just kidding. That's an
bro.
unbiased opinion.
It
Oh,
might be
I'm
good.
sorry.
We
Oh,
might
it
be
might
talking
be
about a
good.
great movie
It
today.
might.
I don't know.
It might.
Hey,
we're,
guys,
we're not talking about
guys-
a great movie today.
Well, guess what? We're doing
What?
a good old-fashioned correction.
That's right.
And
It's
you
been a
guys,
minute.
Chainsaws.
you guys,
Oh, wait, dang it.
Oh,
We're
we
not
didn't
there
do
yet.
it yet.
Oh, you're
no,
right.
we're too far ahead. We're too far ahead.
yeah, we're not there yet.
We're not there. Give it
We're
a minute.
almost. Get ready
Hold
for
on.
them. Get ready
Hold
for
on.
them. All right.
Hold on.
But I mean, you guys don't know what we're doing, so it's completely just we've seen it, but we're gonna bring up now. We're doing Love and Thunder, like Thor: Love and Thunder. It could be good.
Sure.
We're gonna
Could be.
Yep.
Cards report time. Perfect timing. If you want the R-rated version of the Carnage Report transition screen, go to our Patreon where you can see Harry just chopping up random comic book characters. That doesn't exist, but now I might make it.
Yes.
So Thor: Love and Thunder, we are doing a comic review today. So we're going to talk about, was it a perfection, was it an is what it is, or was it a comic correction?
What do you think it is?
Yeah, what do you guys think it is? Drop it in the
Everybody
comments.
knows.
What do you guys think?
Everybody
if you
knows
watch this
it's
movie-
trash. Do 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 do.
If you watch this movie, you know.
Spoilers. All right. Well, let's start. We're going to go through the Carnage Report. We'll talk about it a little bit.
Yep.
We'll talk about the money it made. We'll talk about who's in it, and we'll talk about some of the
That's
people
the problem.
in
Is
it.
it made
a lot of
money.
money.
That's the problem.
Some of the
This thing made
content.
money that should not have been made.
Right. Well, here's the deal. Chris Hemsworth is in it.
The Dorito himself.
The
The
Dorito
Dorito.
himself. And Taika.
Well, you have The Rock, but
Taika-
now do you know The Rock?
No, the Rock. But the Rock is more like a pillar. He's much more balanced.
That's right. He holds up the universe.
He's
with
much
his
more
hands.
Though
He's
I will
Atlas.
say,
yeah, exactly
I will say, we have
Thor is a Dorito.
here on this podcast, we have openly mocked the size of Chris Hemsworth's legs.
I have on several occasions. I have bigger legs
I'd do it
than
to his
Chris
face.
Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, to his face. I would do it to his face.
Chris Hemsworth, we love you.
What are those?
We think you're. We think
What
you're
are
a
those
great.
calves, bro?
We think you're a great Thor. Actually, his calves aren't bad. It's more his thighs,
It's all of
his
it.
quads. We think you're a
Got the
great Thor.
chicken legs.
Well, but we noticed that in Love and Thunder, your legs were bigger. And it's actually funny because Korg makes a mention in the movie where he's like, and he never skipped leg day. And as soon as I heard that, I was like,
leg day quite a bit.
Oh, he skipped
like,
leg
man,
day.
he's been
Oh, that-
skipping
that
leg day
dude-
for like 20 years.
That dude skipped
No,
leg
he-
day.
Now, he may just struggle with putting on mass in his legs because I think Chris Hemsworth works really
You
hard.
keep on trying. You keep on
But
trying
I
to
think
put
he
this
works
in
real
there,
hard.
man. Like
He's a hard worker.
He is
you
a hard
look
worker.
at the body he's got. He's obviously a hard worker.
Yeah, on his upper body.
Yeah, well, he wears pants the majority of the
Glamour
time.
muscles.
Glamour muscles. That man is a Dorito of glamour
Listen,
muscles.
I would gladly become a Dorito if Disney offered me the
Oh,
part
so
of
would I.
Thor.
But I'm just saying.
I have to
Anyway.
say, I have to say, my wife, and I have to admit this, she was along the lines of like, his waist is skinnier than it's ever been. And I was like, this
Yeah.
man is a Dorito.
He's a
And
walking
she's like,
Dorito.
she goes to me, literally, she stares me in the face and goes, how does that happen? And I go, steroids. That's how that happens. Steroids.
We have no conclusive evidence, but we're
I have
pretty
conclusive evidence.
The
It's
Dorito?
all of Thor, Love, and Thunder.
sure. He was huge. He looked great. But
yeah,
you know what?
you don't get that big.
I was gonna say, and again, the same. I had a similar conversation with my wife.
You don't
and,
get that big normally.
And the thing is, though, if I were hired as Thor, or any superhero, I'd be like, sign me up for steroids.
Sure.
because I would.
Sure.
I
I'm
need
not
to be a
saying-
superhero.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
we're not judging.
Like I'm not judging him for doing it. I'm
No,
just
but it's
saying
definitely
it's,
he's bigger than he's ever been.
It's an insurmountable place for a human being to actually reach without other enhancement.
Freaking huge. All right, so. But that was my point: is that Chris Hemsworth is in it, and everyone loves Chris Hemsworth.
Yep.
Yeah,
Taika Waititi has been on fire as a director.
he has.
This
This
stuff,
is a
pretty much
first miss.
everything. Yeah, pretty much everything he's done he
Sure.
has the golden touch, and
Sure.
so people were like, Taika Waititi, Chris Hemsworth, we love Thor. This is going to be great.
Well, and
So
just
it drew
hit this
people.
cast. Hit this cast because
Well,
this
let's do the
cast-
numbers first.
Oh yeah,
It-
do
it
the
drew
numbers.
people
I'm
out,
sorry.
so-
well, the cast is also.
The
It's not
cast drew
just
him
Chris
out.
Hemsworth.
No, it's
This
Hemsworth.
is it's not just Chris Heimdall. It's It's all of the other people around him as well.
It's not just Chris Hemlock.
Yeah. Heimlock.
It's not just Chris Shamrock.
It's not just Chris Hemorrhoid.
Yep.
No, well, you're right. The cast is huge. The
Yeah,
cast
it's
is
insane.
great. I mean, it's freaking
insane.
amazing.
It's huge.
And you know what?
Huge.
They were all sections.
largest.
There were all sections of this movie that I thought like that were really good. Like there were sections, like little snippets of like, man, if the whole movie was that, this would be a great movie.
What was it, like 4 seconds of space? And
Well,
then you
maybe
were
what
like,
I'm saying
if
is,
that 4 seconds was extrapolated over the entire 2-hour movie, that would be phenomenal.
but what I'm saying is, you can see the potential. Like you can see the
We're getting too
potential
far
in where
ahead.
they are.
Would
All
you
right.
hit the freaking numbers?
Yeah, I will.
Hit the numbers.
Hit them.
So worldwide, they made 759,728,739.
That-
So freaking killed
Wait,
it.
Bitcoins or
Yeah.
This is
Asgardian,
This is stupid money.
shekels?
this is stupid money
Yeah,
for a
well,
terrible,
But again, it's like
terrible movie.
honestly, the cash grab was there, right? Chris Hemsworth, Taika Waititi, the 80s, and Thor.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
Marvel.
but
People
man,
ate
it
it,
is.
man. People ate it up. And I did too. I mean, I saw it twice. Listen.
Logan didn't even see it once. I was kidding.
Well,
I didn't spend
I saw
money
it twice
on
in
this.
theaters. Well, so yes, you did. You buy a subscription of Disney Plus.
Not for this.
That's
No,
practically
not for that.
free.
Yeah,
It's practically free.
Yeah.
No, well, I saw it opening night, and then I always go and preview it before my wife goes and sees it, because she's a little squeamish in movies, even Marvel movies. So I'll go. It just gives me an excuse to see movies twice. Unfortunately, this one bit me in the butt
Who'd you go with?
because I had to go
Didn't
see
go
it
with
twice.
me or
Yeah,
Yes,
you
because-
didn't go with either of us.
Because both of you became unavailable that night. You were both in the mix, and both of you became unavailable.
I believe he is correct.
You are. I have the text stream.
I
I don't disagree,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying who'd you go
I
with?
went.
I forget.
I
I
went
recollect-
with Mike.
recollect this.
And who else did I go with? I went with Mike. Oh, I went with your dad, actually, Harry.
That's right.
I went with Mike and your dad, and I think that might have been it. Oh no, JC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But no, you guys weren't available, and so you guys had to go at different times. Anyway, I went twice. It's a Marvel movie. I'll go to every Marvel movie twice because I always want to give it a second chance, and I have to see it with my wife. So
No.
Did you
I'm
do
being a
that
good
with
husband.
Dark World?
You have too much time on your hands.
I wasn't married. when
You're
Dark World
literally
came out.
watching every Marvel movie twice.
No,
This
man.
is
Did
too
you go
much
see
time
it
on your
twice
hands.
with Dark World?
I don't think so.
Who would?
But I wasn't married at that point, so I didn't have like an excuse to go
You
a
were-
second time.
There's
You
actually
weren't married at that point?
When was it? When it came out? 2011.
2020.
If it was 20, check it out. If it was
Look it up,
2011,
look
I
it up.
was. If it was 2011, I
keep
was
going.
married.
Keep going.
All right. So cast. The reason why, one
This
of
is
the big
why it made
reasons
all the
why
money.
people
This
drew
is,
it in.
This
right?
is it right here.
Taika Waititi was the
2013.
director and writer. 2015,
13.
2013. So I was married.
You were
but
definitely married.
I don't think Jamie was into the Marvel movies yet. I was still like getting her into pop culture. Before that, it was just like bonnet movies.
1770s classics.
Yeah, yeah, like Jane Austen stuff. Like that's what she was
Books.
into, and like and
Books
and,
and such.
like yeah,
Books and such.
romantic stuff.
Maybe
And
some scribes.
now she's a diehard MCU
Scrolls.
fan, and she knows the
Scrolls.
movies probably better than I do. All right, so Taika Waititi was director and writer. He also came back as Korg for The Voice. Chris Hemsworth is as Thor. Natalie Portman made her return
Mhm.
as the Mighty Thor.
Just
Jodie
from money.
Foster. Wow,
Cash
she
grab.
freaking. She put in the work though, man. She looked great. Like she really bulked up, and I thought she was fun. I enjoyed her character. Christian Bale is an addition there as Gore. You what? Agree, disagree?
The Godslayer.
The God Slayer, the God
Now
Butcher.
you want to talk
God
about
Butcher.
you want to talk
God
about
Butcher.
the saving grace of this film.
Yo, Christian Bale was freaking
But
fantastic.
Christian
still,
He was
Still
great.
not enough.
It was great, but it was.
But
the
again,
man said, "I'm going to
not
put
quite
this
there.
movie on my back."
He did.
And
Oh, he does that in
then
most
his
movies
back
he's in.
broke. Unfortunately, his
And he-
back still broke.
and he wasn't in one of Bane's pits to have
Yeah,
it
and
be
he
fixed.
wasn't.
Mhm.
He couldn't.
Tessa
couldn't.
Thompson came back as Valkyrie. Russell Crowe came in
Russell
as
Crowe.
Zeus, which honestly, I loved Russell Crowe because he did not. I mean, he took it seriously, but his character was so ridiculous. I thought he was freaking hilarious.
Greg.
Yeah.
Every single moment of this film
Yeah,
was so ridiculous.
yeah, it was every
Yep.
single
So
one.
you can't be like,
Well,
Russell Crowe was ridiculous. Yes, every single thing
Here's
about
my-
this movie was ridiculous.
here's my defense of that though, is that I had no like preconceived notion of what he would be And so I was disappointed that everything else was so ridiculous. But
Yeah.
because he's like a one-off, very short bit of character, I liked, like, I didn't have any there was nothing, no history with him.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they made kind of, like, it felt kind of like a
The problem was that was
joke
everything.
about everybody
that was
else.
Everything.
Yeah. Jamie Alexander comes back as Sith.
Sith. I would if
Come
she
back
came
as
back
Sith.
if now
As a Sith.
and now we cross over into
A
the Star Wars universe.
A Sith?
Yeah.
That's tough to say.
Shape-shifting Sithith?
Spoilers, of course. Idris Elba comes back as Heimdall.
Wait, what?
No, this like doesn't count.
Well, it's still spoilers. Chris Pratt, the whole Guardians were there. Chris Pratt, Dave Bautista, Karen Gillan.
For like 5 minutes.
Yeah, Palm was there.
Still
Sean
more than
Gunn
I
was there.
actually
Vin
thought
Diesel
they
was
were
there.
gonna be in
Bradley
it.
Cooper was there. They were
Vin
all
Diesel was there?
family.
Well, family?
Family.
Was his family there?
That was Well, yes, they were actually. And he was teenage Groot still. He
Teenage
still isn't
Groot,
quite
yeah.
an adult
It's a
Groot.
good Groot.
This is right after Endgame. So,
Solid Groot.
yeah, so great cast, great director, great writer.
Yep.
Made lots of money. Everything on paper seems like this would be a great thing. Source material, they took
Paper
mainly,
lies to you. Paper lies.
It's true. They took mainly from
Paper beats rock, though.
the Gore. They took mainly from the Gore series that's run through Thor: God of Thunder.
No, they didn't.
From 2012.
No, they didn't.
Well, that's where they got Gore's
The name.
backstory.
So here's what I need to start saying here.
Yeah,
and
go for
this
it.
is what I think we need to start being really aware of. Like
Yes,
we've talked before about how Marvel started very early on sticking very closely to comic material.
yes,
It would
they
be
did.
like 80% comic material, and then it would go to like 20% like their own
Fluff.
their own decision making and things like that.
Sure, yeah,
Okay?
it's definitely it's reversed now
No, it's beyond reverse now. I am telling you
yeah.
right now.
a little bit.
Do you want to know how bad this is? I believe they need to start putting a disclaimer in front of movies, similar to how based on a true story,
Based on Marvel
has to
comics.
put it
historical
on
events.
based on true events.
Well-
they need to start putting that in front of some of these Marvel movies and have it say based on a comic book.
So this is
Based
the problem.
on comic book characters, because these are not comic stories. This is messed up.
Well, this is the problem, though. This is the problem. Is
What's
that
the problem?
Marvel?
hit me with it.
So Marvel has named
Yeah.
that the MCU in Kevin Feige's world is no longer it's its own universe within the Marvel world
Yeah,
now.
I hear you, but
So
where
they
did
don't
they name
have
that?
to.
Where did they name that?
They've said it on their site. They've said
The
it.
No.
internet.
They've said it in
Oh, not in front of
no,
movies.
and they've said it. They haven't
they've said,
said
in
it.
interviews. And
They've said it in small stuff. You might as well have checked the fine print to be able to find that, man. They
Well,
need to
Marvel
come
database.
out. No, they.
It's not that.
Where on the Marvel database? On like a
So the
seventh,
MCU. So it's
the dark web,
No,
the
no,
dark.
no, no, no.
Harry, pull it up on the Marvel
Just like-
database and
just
tell
like-
me
Hack it
where
into
it
Marvel
says.
database.
Just like
Hack
it's-
in, please.
just like
It's Earl. Just like it's Earth 616, the universe, the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
The MCU is now considered its own universe.
I get that, but what
I'm saying
Right.
is, like, for those of us that want to see comic book storylines come
Yeah.
to life,
right. We want to see
we're not
specifics.
seeing that anymore. We don't get to get excited about that. Where you believe,
like, oh my gosh, they're about to do this storyline. Like, no, they're not.
Right, and that's
Like, we're talking about one of the best storylines coming up.
Secret Wars.
That's the
Secret
fear of
Wars.
Secret Wars.
Oh my gosh!
Right, it's gonna
If
be completely
they
different.
Change Secret Wars.
They probably
so
will.
much. It's gonna
Yeah.
drive me to an insane asylum.
Yeah. So like in Love and Thunder, the source material is there in essence of the characters at this
It's
point.
just the
Right.
characters.
So like Gore was a character who worshipped gods and was
Existed.
betrayed by them. Well, wait, listen. He was a character who worshipped gods and was betrayed by them. In the books, his son and wife died. In the movie, it was his daughter.
Yep.
But the same idea that his family dies for the gods.
Sure.
And then to get vengeance, he gets a hold of the god butcher, the blade, and he
Yep.
goes to kill the gods. And
Yep.
Thor has to try and stop them.
Yep.
In a different storyline, the Mighty Thor exists where Jane Foster is dying of cancer.
Yes.
And she uses Mjolnir. Mjolnir calls her and heals her from it, but it also accelerates the cancer and causes all these problems there.
Yes.
So they took those two storylines and they brought them together into one not very good story.
One terrible story.
And they left out the fact that the the necro blade or whatever is fueled by the same alien species that made the symbiotes,
Yep.
like Venom and
Yes.
stuff. That's
Yes.
why it's all black and gooey and stuff.
Well, and why it makes the person look that way as well.
Right, why it eats away at them.
All that they referred to as that it infects them.
Right, it was like a virus, which
Yeah.
they may bring up later. We've got the symbiote in the MCU,
Highly doubtful.
but probably not.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was more
Where did
like
you find it?
think it was-
Did you find what
What did
he's
you want me to
referring
look up?
he wanted to look up and see
On
have they
MCU,
announced
have
that
they
the
actually
MCU
said
universe is its own
anywhere-
universe.
Anywhere on their website.
Yeah,
that it's
where
its
has
own
it officially
universe.
been stated that it's its own universe? While he's looking into that, we're going to jump into our comic review.
Comic correction.
Well, we haven't gotten to the end yet. I mean, we're pretty. I mean, we're not.
Everybody
We're
not to the. I mean, everybody knows what we're gonna say, but
It wasn't-
it's
it
about
wasn't-
the journey. It's about the journey to get there.
It's about the journey of how it wasn't very good.
This was really
Man,
bad.
Thor's one of my favorite characters in the MCU.
My wife had the
favorite characters.
absolute best explanation.
Yeah,
for
I liked what she said about it.
this movie is. Thor: Love and Thunder is a spoof
Yeah.
of Thor as a movie. Like
As-
it's a
of,
spoof
like, Thor
of
Ragnarok.
itself. It's a spoof of the character. It's
Yeah.
a spoof of everything.
Yeah,
Every single moment in this movie is ridiculous.
yeah.
Like there's not. I cannot understand why. You know, everything we talked about with Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok
good.
was excellent. It balanced serious issues. It balanced the comedy and the laughter, and it changed Thor as a character. And
can I add to that?
yeah, go ahead.
That like tonality of Thor
Yes.
also continued to a degree, to the right degree, in Infinity War and Endgame.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
There was still like when he's Fat Thor and he's going through. It was a very serious thing, but there was still that comedy there. You know,
Yes.
he's like
It was a
crying
good
and Rocket has
balance.
to slap him and stuff to get him back.
Yep.
It was, but they were so that they kept the levity that Taika Waititi and Chris Hemsworth brought to the character in Ragnarok,
Yep.
but they allowed him to still be I would argue, the best story arc of a singular
Yes.
character
Agreed.
in the Infinity Saga.
I'm with you completely.
It was so good,
And this is
it can
the-
be done.
This is
It
the
can be done.
most tortured
Oh, my
Avenger.
goodness,
This
yeah.
is the
Yeah.
most tortured
Not
Avenger.
anymore. Now he's all like doing what's his name splits. Who's the dude that splits?
Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude
Jean-Claude
Van Damme splits.
JVD splits.
Jean-Claude Van Darn.
Yo, I'm
Right,
telling
doing
you this
splits
though.
in between trucks,
He-
alien trucks.
They took the levity,
They did,
and
they,
that's all they took, and they just expanded it on the entire movie,
yeah.
and made every single moment they could ridiculous,
Right.
unnecessary.
Well, tongue in cheek.
All
Yeah.
tongue in cheek stuff
Yeah.
the whole time.
It's like Taika Waititi forgot what Ragnarok was,
yeah,
and he went back and he watched like all the memes that people made about Thor Ragnarok,
that's really
and
good
then he
too.
just made a whole
Yeah.
movie of like what middle school kids would think was great about.
And then it's like
Thor
for
Ragnarok.
the final battle scene,
Yeah.
he realized like, oh, wait,
I better be kind of cool.
not even the final battle scene. The battle scene with the mighty Thor,
And Gore.
Valkyrie
On the little
against
planet?
Gore
Yeah.
on his planet,
On the tiny planet.
on the tiny planet.
I like the
exactly.
tiny planet.
I like the
It
tiny
reminded
planet.
me of what was the Mario game, Harry? What was the Mario game with the tiny planets? Was
Galaxy?
that Galaxy where you're like
Yeah.
on the little planets with the gas?
Yes.
That's what it reminded me
Yes.
of.
But
But
then-
but cooler.
So
Kind of.
he was like, oh shoot, I need to do something serious and scary.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
And then it was like 5 minutes. And then he was like, let's get back to the comedy.
And then he went a little bit farther because he was just like, and then let's remind people or let's reveal that Jane Foster's cancer is accelerating.
Yeah. Oh, wait, shoot. I forgot about the cancer.
like-
We got to go back to the cancer.
Yeah, none of that. I know they did like a little bit of it where she was like kind of feeling it and she broke the sink in the
Yes.
Asgardian
Yes.
bathroom or whatever. And like you can tell something's kind of up.
And that's it.
But
So
it's
that's
like-
it.
But by the time it got
It's
to the point where
ridiculous.
she was bedridden at the end, I was
Yep.
like, oh yeah, I forgot that she was.
She.
I forgot she
Do
was
you
like struggling with
understand-
something. She was too busy being cool
Do you understand that?
and almost as tall as Chris Hemsworth.
The entire
Yeah.
idea that that the magic is keep. You okay?
I just
You just headbutted your mic.
I turned a little too
You all right?
fast. I got a little like brush burn from the mic there on my face.
The entire idea that the magic is actually like killing her faster,
Yeah, it's great.
is lost.
I
It's
know it was lost. Yeah, it was such
It's
a cool.
completely lost on the audience because I thought, at least,
Yeah.
that they were trying to go with, and my wife 100% thought that they were going with, as long as she is the mighty Thor,
Right, she's okay.
she's okay.
Nope.
It's when she goes back to not being the mighty Thor that
Right.
she's sick. And
Nope.
then, but it's entirely lost on the audience that actually the magic is what's killing her.
Well, here's what
Faster.
besides
Cancer's killing her.
besides keeping right, but the magic was like the magic was stopping her body from fighting the cancer, and so the cancer was continuing to spread.
Right.
But and aside from just do with the comics, because obviously that's the easy
I know,
solution.
we talk about that all
Say
the
all
time.
the time. But besides that,
What are you going
I
to
would-
say?
like what I wish happened was I wish we had I wish we had a good movie, but I wish we had
Yeah, I mean, that'd be the first place.
I
Let's
wish
start
we
there.
had-
Let's start there.
I wish we had a good movie. I wish we had a good movie about gore
Mm.
and Thor, right? And then I wish we had a good movie or even a Disney Plus show about the mighty Thor. Like
Yeah.
I want to see Natalie
Yeah.
Portman go through because she's actually a good actress. Like
They
I want to
rushed.
see her go through the struggle of being the
They
mighty
didn't
Thor.
rush. They just skipped over things.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wanna see
that's a
it.
better
Like,
point, Harry.
It's just like,
Just make
ah,
that.
she's looking at her. Boom. What?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and
Did you-
Christian Bale stole every
Oh my goodness, he
scene
freaking
he was in.
the
Every
the teeth
moment.
and the skin
teeth.
and the
I hung
the teeth.
on everything
Master Wayne.
he said. I hung on everything he did.
Yeah.
And there were moments where I'm like, yo, this guy is like shocking.
the
Yeah.
the
He
times
is scary. Like there is the scene where he was far off to Thor,
oh yeah, then
and
boom,
then he pops up
through the shadows.
My gosh, like it
Yeah.
was legit.
when he at the beginning when he fell before the god, when he realized that
Yeah,
like he's a horrible person.
yeah. And where's the?
And I was like,
I'm sorry.
all I thought was, why do we fall?
Why do we
Master
fall?
Wayne.
Master Wayne?
Where
And then
where
he got
did
him with
it?
the sword, right in the throat.
Yep.
Where did it come from all of a sudden that like
There are
his
gods everywhere?
axe- No. I'm
Oh, that
right.
it's alive.
That his axe has like personal feelings and everything,
Yeah.
and that like
That was so
will
dumb.
That
feel
was just
rejected
weird.
at different
I
times.
got a little weirded out by
I
that.
was like, what?
Yeah, and he's like, and it's like it's feeling like he's cheating on the axe with Mjolnir.
And then the axe is driving the ship, and he gives it a beer.
yeah, he pours
Like
the
it's
beer
now
over it.
drunk driving. Like, okay, man. Like
Well,
this
so,
is ridiculous.
So someone had, and this does not fix anything because
It
it's still a
fixes
terrible
nothing.
movie.
It fixes nothing. Oh,
But
wait.
nothing.
Before you say any, this
Well-
last piece is.
This goes with the axe though.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Let
I'm
me add
sorry.
this on
Then
it.
go ahead.
The people reason there's a fan theory out there as to why like the axe and the hammer were actual characters in the story,
Yeah.
because people believe that the entire movie, I think this is people just trying to justify it so they can say they like it, but the entire movie they're saying is actually Korg's story of the movie. And so it starts with Korg telling like a bunch of people about the space Viking Thor.
Yeah.
And so the thought is the entire movie is actually just Korg's recollection of what actually
What
happened.
actually happened?
And so that's why it's so ridiculous.
That's just a
and-
justification.
Gotta
I
be
know.
cool because it's actually the director itself. So.
Right, exactly. And so I get that, and it doesn't make it a good movie,
Nope.
but it was like
Doesn't fix it.
I really doubt Taika Waititi was thinking that,
Right.
but it's
He's
actually
gonna use it as a escape
it's a
plan
cool,
now.
it's a cool fan theory of like, well,
Yeah.
that's just Korg, because Korg would do that. Korg
Yeah.
would be like, and
Yeah.
then Mjolnir got super jealous, and
Yep.
like he would be ridiculous like that.
No, you're exactly right. I agree.
But it doesn't make the movie any better.
But it
We
doesn't
wanted a
fix
Thor movie. We wanted a good. We don't want to. If we get a Korg movie, we want a Korg movie about Korg.
yeah.
Don't give
Yeah.
us a Korg telling us Thor movie about Thor.
And again,
movie with Korg.
from a larger scale
Movie.
perspective, have we moved forward any sort of larger storyline here?
We don't care about that.
No, yeah.
Anyway.
no,
neither does
no,
Kevin Feige.
No,
Mhm.
only because here's the thing is the whole time I was watching it, I was like, well, at least they're setting up Mighty Thor. She dead.
She's dead.
Spoiler. Like what the
No
heck?
spoiler there. She's dead.
Like what? I mean, that's great. That I actually liked that she got to pass into Valhalla and was greeted by Heimdall. Like that's cool. But it's like,
Whatever.
Sweet.
but again, it felt like
Don't
a waste.
care.
It was like I want a whole movie with her. I want a whole TV show about her. Like let's focus on her character. She's a great character in the comics,
Yep.
and Natalie Portman is a great actress. She could do a really
fight
good
scenes
job.
were cool too.
Sure.
Yeah, and the fight scenes were great.
Yeah.
Like the fight in Zeus's palace where they're like where the gold paint is being sprayed everywhere
that was good.
that was super cool.
I like the
here's my
spider
point.
things too,
yeah, on the planet, on the evil planet.
where she like stabbed it into him and then, like the pieces came back and like, blew it up.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And even I think I'm a little iffy on the give all the kids the power of Thor for a limited time. But like
I'm not. That was terrible.
no, but like I think that the
Why didn't
the
he
fights
then
were
do
still
that
cool.
to everyone at Endgame?
That's what a lot of fans were saying. They were like,
I know, I've seen it.
yeah,
why didn't he
he's
do
like,
that to
and now
everyone
that everybody gets the power of
for
Thor for a
Endgame?
limited time only. Pew!
He could do that anytime then.
So at first I
it's
thought
beyond dumb.
well, it's because all the kids were Asgardian, but they're not because
No,
some of them were
they
like,
even
we're not.
outright. They
Some of the kids were
undermine
like,
that
but I'm
whole
not
thing.
an Asgardian. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Well, you can't use that.
stink, man. The worst part is that I was so like I
So
think-
excited.
I
So
think-
excited.
I think I lowered both of your expectations a bit because I talked to you guys before you guys saw it. And I told you, like, I'm very
you did.
for
You
those.
did.
If you're new here on Legion, I'm very optimistic.
The most
Um,
optimistic.
And I think Harry, you saw me like the day after I saw it, and you were like, "So how's the movie?" And I was like, and you were like, "What?"
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
wait,
if
wait,
Greg's
wait,
out
wait,
here,
wait, wait,
if
wait,
Greg's
wait,
out here even
what?
saying like it was okay,
Yeah, it was
you're
and I was
like, that's a bad
That's
movie.
a garbage
Yeah.
movie.
That is, you got to understand the scales. You got
Yeah.
to understand the scales.
And the thing is, even though you went in with that low of expectation, it was still trash.
yeah,
And,
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
Right?
embarrassing.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
how about you, Harry? What? Give us your overall thoughts, and then let's go around after you do that, and
Yeah.
we'll at least say something we enjoyed about it because there were some fun parts about it. So we gotta say something at least one thing we found fun about it. But what
Yeah.
what were your thoughts about it?
I mean, you guys know me. I'm not the biggest Thor fan, so like
Yeah.
going into a Thor movie, I'm just
Generally,
like,
yeah.
Right.
crap, yeah, whatever. And I mean, like Ragnarok was great. Everyone loves that movie. But
Sure.
it's still not like my favorite movie
Right.
in the Marvel or the MCU. So
Sure.
just going in like with my normal opinion about Thor, I'm just like, and then afterwards, I'm like, this was kind of a waste of money and time. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know. Was it an okay movie? Sure, but it's either got to move the whole entire storyline, MCU storyline,
Okay.
and
Well, you're looking at so he's talking about is it an okay movie just as a movie?
as a movie.
No.
You're talking about like I thought it was like there are so many movies out there that are way worse than this
Yeah.
movie.
Nope.
But when it comes to
What would
an
you rather watch?
MCU movie,
Black Widow or this?
Black Widow.
really?
100%.
Actually, maybe actually.
With no
But
hesitation.
you fell asleep during Black Widow.
No,
so you
I
really
did.
know.
hesitation.
How about
This movie,
Whatsoever.
how about this movie or Eternals?
This movie.
Okay, I thought so. Because Eternals is literally just burning garbage.
Yeah.
no?
Yeah, I mean,
It'd be
Just
really
a
hard.
dumpster that's rolling down the street that's
Yeah.
already on fire, and
It's-
the dumpster's
I
on
know.
fire
I
too.
know my. I
Wait,
have
the
a
street's
pretty
on fire
with
and the
monkeys just
dumpster's on
throwing
fire?
poop at it.
I have a pretty
good.
clear picture of my order of things on this, but I
Right.
I
But
don't want to
let-
take
let
away.
keep going,
you-
keep
But
going.
no,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So,
what
I
you
mean,
saying?
it was okay. That's what I have to say about it. And I thought the fight scenes with Jane Foster were pretty
Yeah.
cool because it's a new concept, and I do enjoy new concepts. But it's also the same thing if the MCU just bringing in a somewhat cool character, and there's like their dad,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually
And then
that's
they're like-
one of the worst.
but
points.
MCU's like the no one's ever dead.
I mean,
so
that's one of the
Right.
best.
Well, they
worst
showed her.
points.
They
Right.
showed her, so she's still alive. She's just
still alive.
And in the comics,
Well, we all
Val-
know.
in the comics,
No one ever
Valhalla-
dies.
Thank you, Harry.
In the
Yeah.
comics, Valhalla is actually one of the realms.
Right.
It's like so she just passed into another one of the realms, so that she still could possibly come back, which
But it's
I'm sure will happen
yeah.
because she was cool.
Which they all can.
but
And she
there were
should. She was cool.
definite
She's
points
not
in this
coming back.
movie where I was just like,
Yeah, probably not.
yeah, probably not. But there was definite points in this movie where I was just like, what is going on, and B,
Sure. Yes.
this
Thank you.
it's not funny.
No.
yeah, no.
Agreed.
Most
It's
of
just
it was
like-
cringy.
It's like when
Agreed.
I don't know.
Yes.
It's like when a little kid makes a
Yes.
joke and you feel bad, so you laugh.
Yep.
yes, yeah, because you
Wow,
respect.
Harry.
That's good.
That's real
Because you
good.
kind of respect Taika Waititi, so you're like,
Yeah.
it's he's a great director,
Right, and Chris
This should
Hemsworth
be funny. And Chris
usually
Hemsworth
pretty
is-
funny.
and he is funny. He's a funny
Yeah,
dude.
he's a funny
but
guy.
Chris,
he
he
just
tries
wasn't giving-
hard.
he
Yeah.
He
wasn't
tries
giving
hard.
good. Yeah, he gave
Even
his all.
Taika
They all
Waititi,
gave
he's
their all.
funny in
Yeah.
all other movies he's in Ragnarok, in Endgame, like all
Yeah,
the movies
yeah,
he's
yeah.
in.
Yeah, he's funny.
Also with like What We Do in the Shadows.
Shadows,
That's a funny
yeah.
movie, and
I
the
love
show's
What We Do in the
hilarious.
Shadows.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know. It's almost like you felt bad.
It's
You
fruitcake,
felt
man.
bad for not
Yes.
liking it.
It's fruitcake.
Yes.
I felt bad for not liking
Yeah.
it.
It's fruitcake.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Fruit, good. Cake, good. Fruitcake, nasty
not
crap.
so good.
Nope. George Washington used it as cannon fodder.
Some
There you
people
go.
do like fruitcake, though.
Well, those people like Thor.
Those people are near to death.
Thor, Love and Thunder.
They probably did like
Yep.
Thor 11. Those people probably did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like even with like when Korg dies, when he's
Yeah.
like gets crumbles, I was like, oh, good. Like I was sad because I like Korg.
Right.
I was like, oh, good. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. That's a risky move because everybody loves Korg.
I had
And then he's like, I'm still alive. I'm a face. I'm like, that's dumb though.
yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Thanks,
dumb
Dom.
though.
I thought that was going to be a turning point in the movie. I had a great
Yeah,
conversation.
then it would be like more serious then.
Yeah, I had a great conversation with one of my teachers. Shout out Brian Kurtz. He
What up, Brian?
B-Dog.
He'll probably be on here at some point.
B-Dizzle.
This man knows more about Marvel than probably anybody in this room. It's pretty close. I'm
It's
going
on.
to tell you. There you go.
What's his name? Brian.
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 Yeah.
It's on. Brian.
There you go.
I respect you, but until I see
You should
it.
see his classroom. His classroom. He every single day he's got his Marvel chain on with not chain, but like what is it?
What?
What's the thing that holds? What's the
Your tie
lanyard?
clip?
Flavor
Lanyard.
Flav. His
Lanyard.
Marvel chain.
Got a
might as
Marvel
well be
chain.
Well,
He's
okay,
got
so
a
the
chain.
Marvel lanyard
Yeah,
has
right.
then all the Marvel pins on it.
Oh,
too.
that's cool.
And he
He's
has
got-
it
yeah,
every
he's got
day,
the-
and that's
he's
what
got the
holds
mar-
his name, his ID.
The Marvel flair.
Oh man, it's all over his room.
All right,
too.
Brian, I
But
respect that.
so on top of that, I had a great conversation with Brian, and basically, like my point with this,
It's just he's adjusting his chair over there and his
his
iron
What?
his iron throne over there.
Iron Throne.
He's like, excuse me, and they're like,
There you go.
he's leaning back to hear your
Lean back.
soliloquy.
I'm just
Well, now
listening to
Go
hear
ahead,
your
finish your thought.
bone.
Finish your thought about Brian. I want to hear about Brian.
I lost.
You were
it.
having a great conversation with Brian about Thor: Love and Thunder, and it had to do it with you thought it was a turning point with Korg
Oh,
blowing
thank
up.
Jeez, made me completely lost.
Made
I
me
literally
over here.
had this
I made
conversation
you.
where I was like, so they kill Korg, and we were both like, Korg is awesome, amazing
Yeah,
character, and I was like, oh, okay, finally they've done this
Right.
to be able to change it, and then we were both like, no, his face is talking, and now he's still alive, and now
Yeah,
it's
so
just a
dumb.
giant gag again, and it was like that was the thing that needed to happen to actually save whatever ridiculous joke the whole movie was. And instead, that was like an epitome. The whole movie could have been saved in that one moment with Korg. No, but what I'm saying is
Yeah, maybe.
everything should have changed
Yeah,
then.
a tonal
like,
shift.
I'm not saying like
Tonal
him
shift,
dying
yeah.
saves the movie. I'm not that. I mean,
Right,
I'm not
right.
that dark. But my point is, him dying should have had a tonal shift in the whole movie. I might be that dark. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's just it could have because Korg is a lot of what inspired Thor's levity.
Yeah.
He was kind of like the buddy that was jokey and plays Fortnite and whatever.
What? Yeah, and then that could
Yeah,
have been like the end of maybe
Yeah,
the
maybe.
jokiness,
And then do something more serious.
and they do something more serious
'Cause they
and
did.
and they didn't.
It
And-
did, and this is why I liked Zeus's character. This is why I liked Russell Crowe's character because he's like, oh, ho, 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 debauchery,
Yeah,
and then he's like, but we do this to protect ourselves because we don't care about anybody. Like,
Right.
there was this almost satirical evil to him that was creepy.
The problem
I
with
liked
Russell
it.
Crowe's character was I wanted to like him too much, and I didn't like him.
Yeah, well,
Like I thought it was. I just thought
Yeah.
it was another one of those things that
Swing and
just was unnecessary. Like it
Yeah.
was just
which
done
is a shame because Zeus
poorly.
is important. Zeus and Hercules are important, and they should
Yeah.
have been more important.
I did like his explanation, like what you're saying there is like his explanation of like why he doesn't create a panic, why
Right.
why he keeps them there.
He just wants to party.
Yeah,
Like, he's selfish.
well,
It's great.
no, it wasn't just about them partying; it was about self-protection.
Right,
Like,
well,
it was just
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole thing was about. I really don't care what happens to anybody else.
Right,
Like
right.
it is about us,
Which I liked. I thought that was great because
yeah.
it was something that we, it was.
But again, this
a little
goes
bit of a swing
back
and a miss.
to this goes back to nothing new has been introduced in the overarching storyline. We have Secret Wars and
except
Thunderbolts
right.
that are the two big things. Thor's not even going to be a part of either of
I
those.
think the thing that
Right.
the MCU is doing more and more is that they're relying on their stingers to push the narrative for the rest of the.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
and
agree with
that's
you,
it.
Harry.
That's what I was going to say.
The
as
movie
well,
is the
'cause
movie,
Hercules
and then their
is there.
stingers just like
Here's the overall
information.
thing. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Right,
And
we-
it's like, no, like build it into the movie. It needs
It's
to be
bad
a
if
part
your
of the
stinger
movie.
is more important and more interesting than your actual movie.
Yeah, you got it.
Right. We get
You're on it. Yep.
for that stinger. We get Brett Goldstein as coming as Hercules, and I think
Right.
he's going to be great.
Who
I mean,
cares?
I wish.
I don't know if they're
wish-
gonna. I don't know if that's gonna happen.
It will. I believe it.
In what?
So they're already talking about a Thor 5, and I know that we're not excited
they
for
are.
that because of that. But they're talking about it because and also in the comics, Hercules
They need a new. I'm gonna say it now, and it can
A
be
new
an
director.
new
Sure.
director. New
Yeah,
director.
Hercules, but Hercules
can't
at
be.
some point. So in the comics, Hercules becomes part of the Avengers. So like he could easily come in and be
Yeah,
part
but
of this
the
new phase.
Avengers are done.
No, they've announced 2 Avengers movies coming up at the end of Phase 5 and 6.
But
Whereas
but
Avengers Phase 6.
what Kevin Feige is saying is that the Avengers are done.
Yeah, the original ones.
No, but what was being larger told, and this goes into what we're eventually going to be talking about, which is the Avengers are. I know what you're saying is. I guess we're saying the same thing, kind of, but like the original Avengers are done.
That's what I'm saying.
They
Hercules
do not
is gonna,
exist,
Hercules
and the
is gonna take
Thunderbolts
Thor.
are meant to fill the
Right,
void
start sweeping that
that
in.
is
Right.
left by the Avengers.
Yes.
But they're supposed to only be focusing on more grounded
Yes. Yeah.
characters.
US based. They're the Marvel's Suicide Squad.
Okay, but
But-
my point with that is then
I'm saying Hercules will come in and take the place of Thor in the new Avengers.
interesting. That's your thought process.
Maybe. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. I'm
I
trying
mean, in
to
the
think.
original comics, he's technically
He's
stronger
stronger than Thor. Yeah.
Right.
And like
He just doesn't have like
So
Mjolnir.
Zeus. So
There's
Zeus
not-
though. And
Yeah.
he just threw a thunderbolt through his chest.
and he lived.
Yeah.
So Zeus fell over because he didn't want to fight him anymore. He just wanted to.
he just
go and
"I'm
party
done- I'm done.
Yeah, he was done. But like, you don't bring somebody in like Goldstein if you're not gonna have him go again. Like,
Yeah,
at least in one movie.
I guess you're right.
But we'll see. All right. Verdict time. We got to wrap this up because we could talk all night about how garbage this movie is.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think, Logan?
Me first?
Yeah, why not?
Hot pile of garbage.
Hot-
A pile of garbage that has had heat added to it
Should we
to make
Add
it
he.
Should
Yeah.
we add a level below comic correction to just hot pile of garbage?
hot pile of garbage,
Hot
man.
pile of garbage?
Hot pile of garbage.
Hot pile of garbage.
This is so we have been
HPG.
talking about like where it ranks. I don't know necessarily.
HPG.
I don't know necessarily where it ranks overall. I'm not
Sure.
going to say that,
Mm.
but this is
Yeah.
my lowest Thor.
It's probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Below Dark World.
Below Dark World, sure.
This
I
is
think
my
so.
Yeah, because at
lowest
least Dark
Thor.
World had a narrative to
Right,
push.
thank
Right,
you.
right.
Thank
Agreed.
you.
Yep.
Exactly.
It had a purpose.
And it was dark. Like it,
Right.
it like there were I don't know. I don't want to get into that piece.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
This,
I agree, though.
This is
Yep.
one of the worst.
The lowest Thor.
This is one of the worst Marvel movies.
To me, I'd say it's in my
One
bottom.
of-
It's probably in my bottom 5.
I would say
I would
five,
bottom
yeah.
five
It's in my
too.
bottom 5.
It would take me a second to think it through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I'm
bottoms
telling
are
you,
harder than
bottom
tops.
5. It's definitely in there. I mean,
Yeah.
And I have some weird bottom 5s. I admit that, but we've talked it through on some of them. Like,
Well, we know it's Black
Iron
Widow,
Man 3.
Eternals, and Thor: Love and Thunder, and Iron Man 3. That's 4 of them.
That's
Yeah.
4 right
That's
there.
right there. It's 4.
Yeah, but I would watch. But if I'm going in there, I'd watch
Yeah.
Black Widow again over this. But I
not
would
over
not watch.
Eternals.
I would not watch it over Eternals.
Eternals.
How about Iron Man 3
I would watch.
over Black Widow?
Oh
It's a
gosh,
tough one because
I would
I'd watch
I
Iron
would
Man
watch
3.
Black Widow over. Yeah. This is worse than Iron Man 3. This
Yeah, I
is
would
worse
say
than
so.
Iron Man 3.
I would say so. I'm
Yep.
saying more. Would you watch Iron Man 3 over Black Widow?
No, I would
I
watch
have to
Black
rewatch
Widow.
Black Widow, mainly because I
I'd
didn't see
watch-
the
I
last
would
half
watch
of it.
Black
But
Widow.
I mean, I still like to end like
probably
10
should-
minutes.
You
But
probably should watch it before Thunderbolts comes out because
I-
Taskmaster's going to be in it.
well, I
so.
know. Listen, I know who
don't know.
Taskmaster
Not
is.
This Taskmaster, she's different.
There
Yes,
is a
she
level.
is.
There is a level of hatred in my soul for Iron Man 3.
I know it's, and I think it's disproportionate because it's not that bad of a movie. It's just bad comic wise. Like I think, like me personally, a movie going experience, I would enjoy it more than Black Widow. Black Widow was a bad comic movie and just a bad movie. At least Iron Man 3 was a okay movie. All right, Harry, what do you think? We're gonna lose him in that stare for quite a while, so you should probably go.
Probably.
Just say it, Harry.
It's hot. Yeah, hot garbage.
Hot garbage, man.
Hot
It
pile
is
of garbage?
hot
It is
pile of
because
garbage.
Yeah.
you know,
it
like
really is.
when you think about a correction, it's like it's got to have somewhat of a source material that
Right.
it derived from. And it's like, oh, they just didn't follow it. No, they like named a source material
Yeah.
and they didn't even open up the first page. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like they like
That's what
looked
I'm
at the
saying.
they
This
looked
was
at the front
based
cover and
on
they're
a
like,
comic.
oh, this is a cool front cover. We're gonna use this for a whole movie.
Not even they
That's a
they
good-
removed
yeah,
Gore's
what?
tendrils.
Yeah. Well, they said that they would look too much like
Awesome.
no
They
the
would look too much like
the
they're
Star Wars.
awesome.
They're like
Like,
Rhodians.
The Twi'leks. The Twi'leks have the.
Or Rhodians. Yeah.
I thought the Twi'leks were the ones with the head
I think
thingies.
they both
I
have.
don't remember.
They would look too awesome.
More
that's,
too
that's
much
why
like-
they
too much
would
like
look
Majin
too
Buu.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So or Voldemort too.
Oh,
Oh, that's why they didn't do the nose.
all amazing things.
So
Right.
the
Everything
the
that you
nose,
have named.
his
I
nose
wanna
is like a
see-
snake nose.
Yeah, right.
Like
yeah,
it
the
literally looks like a
slits.
Voldemort.
Yeah.
So that's why they didn't
Do
give
it.
him a Voldemort nose.
Everything
because
you guys
they didn't want
are
him to
saying
look like
sounds
Voldemort.
awesome.
They should have just
But-
hired the dude who played Voldemort to play Gore and made him just look like Voldemort.
Just
with
give him a
tails on
tentacle.
his head.
Ralph
yeah.
Phoenix.
Yeah,
But,
right.
yeah, I
He's
don't know.
great.
I don't know.
Amazing,
I think it was hot
amazing villain.
garbage.
Hot garbage.
Like I said before, I think it was just like just hodgepodge of horrible jokes.
Yep,
and it was uncomfortable. It was honestly just like
It was-
uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
just like what?
Yeah.
Uncomfortable.
Tried too hard,
Yes.
uncomfortable,
Yes.
had no purpose.
Thank you.
And even
Just preach.
even it's
Get out here, preach.
even
Get
the
on a
stinger.
bus. Yes.
Even the stinger wasn't.
Yes.
It didn't have that much to do with what's going on
Yes,
in the MCU.
Pastor.
So-
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
My gosh.
we're-
Harry.
We're a 3 for 3 here because I'm a hot garbage as well.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
What was the last time we had a 3 for 3? Perfection for
on-
Batman?
No, I think it was Perfection for Ragnarok was our last.
Well, I meant. What? Okay.
Oh, you mean of like a new movie
Yeah.
that come out in theaters? Probably the Batman.
Probably the Batman.
Oh, the Batman.
Yeah, because I think
100%.
because I think you were it is what it is for multiverse, weren't
Multiverse.
you? Of Madness.
I can't
I
remember.
think
Madness.
both of you were is what it is.
I was is what I was.
Perfection.
I was definitely is what it is.
I don't know if it was me or him, but
I think-
somebody was.
I know
I
I
think I
was
definitely
I
was.
was because I'm a Sam. The Sam Raimi aspect of it
Hard.
pushed it over for me.
Hard to get this man here to get to
It's hot
this
garbage.
level. To
Yo, this was bad.
level
I'm telling you,
that
this is the
hard.
first. This is the
This was
first
bad.
movie in general, Legion, I've
Yeah.
ever heard Greg go. Like
That
it hurt him.
sounds
It
comic
hurt
book
him to
movie.
even
Hurt him
say.
to say anything mean about it.
Well, I love Thor. Like I love
Yeah,
the
that's
character
fair.
and
That's
the,
fair,
the
man.
arc, and I just
There's
You
a
feel
lot of
love
good-
dog poop, Greg.
sometimes if it's the right consistency.
Anyway, where's yeah? Thank you. Yeah. We need another.
I
We need a
another-
whiteboard. A little
yeah,
whiteboard.
Little whiteboard.
Sold it up. And all right. Well, let us know. Drop it in the comments
Just
below.
flip the couch cushion up and just go.
Yeah.
We're just
yeah.
doing it
you should do
it right
that.
here in between us.
Yeah, there's space here. We
All
can do
right.
something here.
Well, drop it in the comments below, guys, of how you felt about Thor: Love and Thunder. We'd love to hear what you liked about it or what you probably hated about it because it was hot garbage.
If you liked anything, you're wrong.
And
Yeah,
blind.
probably.
And probably deaf.
Well, maybe. But, we love those people, too.
What would you have
so-
rather been?
What?
Blind or deaf during this movie?
I would have
Probably
rather been
deaf.
blind.
Probably deaf.
No, I would have rather been blind because I
looked
would have
cool.
had, no, I would have had good music. I would have had good
You
music.
should have played good music. No, but I
You still
guess.
hear them with the
Terrible.
dialogue.
Watching,
No, but the
watching
dialogue
it
was so
terrible.
bad.
Watching
Dialogue
it
was probably the
worse.
worst part.
Watching it looked great, though.
No, watching it was
Well,
watching.
visually, it looked cool.
It was a horrible movie.
Except for, what's his name? Heimdall's kid when his head was floating there.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
well,
weird.
So bad looking.
Because Heimdall.
Why?
Did that even ever happen with Heimdall?
No, it's not Heimdall's powers.
Right.
But that I'm not too mad about because
I'm
it's
mad
his
about
son.
everything.
It's just all
The
stupid.
powers can evolve.
All wrong. All wrong.
Whatever. We did not like it. Maybe you liked it. If you liked it, still subscribe. We still love you.
Yeah, of course we do.
You can fight
We
us
do.
in the comments.
We do.
You can
What?
fight us in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we
Catch
can.
these
Catch
verbal
these
hands.
Catch these verbal hands in the comics.
Yeah, we're all about
Yeah.
caps lock.
caps lock keyboard kings.
That's right. We will see you guys on the next episode of the Legion of Comic Correction.